All right, man. Y'all know we ain't gonna waste no time on the grind. Let's get to it.
Huh?
What's your name?
I'm Jazz.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Where you from?
I'm from Texas.
Texas?
Yeah.
What part? Houston?
Hell no.
Hell no. You said hell no. You don't like Houston?
I'm just not from Houston.
No. You look amazing.
Oh, thank you.
You live out here?
Huh?
You live out here?
No, with my sister.
You have Instagram I can get?
I can't. My
Why?
husband will whip my ass. I'm married.
You got a husband?
I'm married.
Where your ring at?
Huh?
Where your ring
I
at?
took it off. I don't need to wear it.
You took it off.
I took it off.
Why you took your ring
I'm
off?
on vacation. Why do I need to wear a ring on vacation?
What's your name?
All right, you heard her. She took the wedding ring off. Believe it or not, I think most people believe, especially after Cardi B said it, is that men respect marriage and women don't. Okay, so at the end of the day, in this situation, she should be keeping her ring on. Okay, men look for rings all the time. You just look. Sometimes even if you ain't interested, you just looking to see. Sometimes you survey to see how many women are married or women that's not married. You just going around looking, and you looking at her finger, and you like, oh, she not married. You know what I'm saying? Or this many people married, or this many people not married. Sometimes you just do public surveys, and for her to be like, oh, I don't wear it because, my husband, I'm out of town and all that. At the end of the day, when you don't wear your ring as a woman, you know what I'm saying? And this could be a skit. When you're not wearing that ring, that lets other people know that you're available. And if I don't know if people know this as well too. When a woman wears her hair down, that historically or back in the day, that lets people know you're available. So when women wear their hair down, that's supposed to let guys know that, hey, I'm available. When women, so that's why, you're supposed to keep your hair pent up. It's a lot of things that, a lot of game that's lost from historically from, this generation, from that generation to this generation. The older generations is like, why women always was in skirts is because that box need to air out. So you keep that, when you have women wear a lot of pants or they cover up that box, that's why they be stinking down there. That's why they stink, because, even if you enclose, your basement is clean, sometimes it still could build up mold and moisture and certain smells. That's when you put mothballs and stuff down there. Believe it or not. So that's why a lot of women, they supposed to stay in skirts. That's why they supposed to stay in skirts. But nonetheless, they say it's an old saying that been going around, has been around. Your woman is who she really is when you're not around. And I say this all the time, a lot of her friends, they like to put your woman in danger due to jealousy, due to, if we do dirt, you got to have dirt in your hands. Remember in The Wire when they killed Wallace and, Bodie shot him and then Pooh had to shoot him too, even though he was already gone, because they both had to have the blood on their hands. So you go do a robbery, you know what I'm saying? You got to prove that you can get your hands dirty too. Whoever remember In Too Deep, they made Omar Epps prove that he wasn't the cop by shooting that old buddy. He improvised, but you know what I'm saying? That's the deal. That's what the deal is. So when your girl ain't with you and she taking her wedding ring off, guess what? The guy, but her even talking back to this guy, let you know that's why she took her ring off. He probably, because he had that camera, which it most likely was a skit. I believe it was a skit. Because, really, are you really walking up to women with a camera that it ain't a skit? No. And if you walk up to me with a camera trying to holler, like, no, I'm going to be like, I'm good. Get that fucking camera out my face. So most likely it was a skit, but we all, a lot of people know there's a lot of women out here that take the ring off when they go to the gym, take the ring off when they, when they go to the club and they out and about. And a lot of their homegirls will put them in danger. You'll think, as her sister, in this hypothetical, because I believe it's a skit, as her sister, you would think she would be like, girl, put your ring on, and she'll hold her accountable. But this is what we go around talking about. Women don't hold other women accountable. You know what I'm saying? You know, as a man, you put that ring on, that's gonna make women want to holler at you most of the time. That's just how women work. Women want what they can't have. Going back to the Garden of Eden. They want what that's one of the curses that they have. They want what they can't have. And when they get what they can't have, you know what I'm saying? They don't even want it no more. That's the sick shit about it. You know, that's the sick shit about it. But yeah, her sister should be holding her accountable if this was real. You know, that's my thing. Her sister should be holding her accountable. Men hold other men accountable. If we know when our homeboy's cheating, right? We gonna be like, bro, you better stop doing that for your girl. Find out you lose half. And when they lose half, we don't feel bad for them. They put themselves in that predicament. You know, women put they homegirls in danger. Now you got some dudes that sabotage too. But I know if my homeboy's a married man and I'm single and I'm gonna be with some hoes, I'm not even gonna invite them. Real talk. I'm not even gonna invite them. I'm not gonna put them in danger. That's just how I move. I'm not gonna put them in danger. But everybody don't move like that. But if keep your ring on, but he just had a camera. It was A, if he just had a camera, this wasn't real, or B, he wasn't her type. You know? So it's the crazy thing about it. Maybe he just wasn't her type, or it was the camera. But she had that ring on because she on vacation. She going to sleep around. She going to sleep around. That's a fact. You know, she going to sleep around. She going to sleep around. That's just what it is. And my thing is this: don't get married then. If you know you can't be faithful, why get married? More times than not, that person that you with, sometimes that person with you with is they'll be understanding about you sleeping around as long as you pay the bills and come home. I done heard plenty of women say that. You know? But you know, it is what it is, man. Let me know what y'all think. Hit the link in the description, join the Patreon. Peace.